Good morning, guys. It's Leslie at Ski Bakers. We are up to about 40 degrees already this morning, which means we're melting and we're going to be muddy soon. Hi, Caners. Ooh, excuse me. Chickens, their water. Ugh. Hopefully I can start leaving it. Set this down. Hopefully I can start leaving it back out again for a little while. I may have to move them over by the power panel where I have a outlet and give them a hanging water with the heater. I'll get you guys some more food this morning. So today it's going to be ultrasound day. You guys leave my stuff alone. So today's going to be ultrasound day, so I'm going to get my chores done real quick. I still. Ooh, dang. And then we'll get to our ultrasounds. Okay, did my chores this morning. Just ate some lunch. I was gonna do a bunch of dishes. Quite honestly, I hate doing dishes. And now that we've got our water back running, there is a kitchen full that needs to be done. But I would much rather do ultrasounds, so we're gonna go do ultrasounds first. And then, hi ladies, I can do dishes later. And if I wait, Jason will be home and we can work on dishes together, so I don't have to do them myself. I do have to get this trailer to the front before it gets too much more mud back here as it thaws, because we are going to get hay on Sunday morning and we're supposed to get rain tonight and tomorrow and warmer temps, so everything will be thawing, so it's going to be a muddy mess. Our first up is Ritz. So I have I think 12 that I would like to ultrasound today. We're going to start with the ones that are not confirmed yet and then work our way up. So the video may not have all 12 depending on how long it is. But we'll start with ones that we want to confirm our bread, like Ritz, and then go from there and work our way up. So I have not seen Ritz bread or any signs that she was in heat, but she typically is pretty quiet about it. So it's been 32 days since I put her in with the buck, so we will see if we can see anything here. Ooh. I think that looks like, just trying to make sure that it's not bladder, but it looks like she's bred here. And that looks kind of like 3, maybe 4. Get her to stand a little better here. I mean, there it looks like possibly 4, but I don't think that's completely 4 separate sacs. I think I'm just going to mark Ritz as, yes, she's bred 2 to 3, and then we'll see what she looks like on the next ones. Next up I have Blanch, which is our friend Ruby's doe that came from us. She is one of Sangria's daughters. I don't think she's going to be far enough along to see yet. I think she's around 20 days, but I wanted just to see. So I think up here, I'm not sure if this is bladder. Maybe that's babies. 3 babies? Yeah, that does look like 1, 2, 3. So maybe she's, maybe 2. If that's the case, then she is further along than the 20 days that I expected or suspected. But that very much looks like she's bred. It looks like maybe there's kind of something here, here, here. At least 2, 1, 2, but I'm thinking maybe 3. Alright, we'll see about maybe checking her in another week or so. Okay, this is Delphine, also one of our friend Ruby's goats that's here to be bred. She is a daughter of Mazikines and sister of Maples. And I think she would be about 22 days, so again, may not see anything, but Blanch kind of threw me for a loop there, so we'll see. Ooh, we'll see. I think possibly up here. But if she is bred, she's definitely not as far along as Blanch. I must have missed Blanch being in heat or being bred. So we will re-ultrasound her in another week or so before we let them go back home. I want to confirm that they're bred before they leave. My next up is Fergie, and She was in the pen with Lucifer, and I believe she would be about 33 days. Let's take a look. She's not happy. So I think here I would guess probably about, oh, there we go. I think we can see, whoops, see one up here. Stand still, lady. So there I think I see at least two. There was one here and one here. Let's see if we can get them back on the screen here. Come on, Ferg, stand up here. There's one in the middle of that sack, it looks like. So I'm just going to mark a yes and 2+, and we will ultrasound her again next week. I did put Ritz back into the main doe pen. I will put Fergie back in there as well. Margo is next, and I gotta double check my paper. I think she was about 41 days. Let's see, Margo, yeah, 41 days. Ooh, she kicked me. Yeah, Margo, hold on. Right there. Thinking up here, this looked like a big, like maybe that was her bladder. Really doesn't want to stand. Oh, there we go. Hi, Fergie. So there I'm seeing probably two for sure. I think here and here. There might be down here further. And maybe another one hiding kind of back behind them up here. I I think I see another cord in that top left. And there looks like maybe, I don't see anything in it though, the bottom right. Let's see if we can get a little bit different angle. Fergie, aren't you happy to be back with your friends? Huh? She said they're all out in the field. They left me. There's one. You can see the cord kind of hanging down and hooking to the left. Looks like 2 sacks there. So I see 2 in that picture, and I think there's a third in the bottom right. There could be one more. I have to look and see how many they said she had last year. Stand still, hon. Margo. I don't remember if she had 2 or 3. I've got it written down up in the house. I know I've seen 2, maybe a third, maybe a fourth, but I know I've seen 2 on here. Or did I see 3? There's 2 there. There's one. Ooh. I'm gonna guess, my guess, not for sure really by what I'm seeing, but I think she's got at least 3. She could have 4, but I'm gonna say 3 for now, and we'll continue to check her. Okay, Cupid was standing at the gate waiting for her turn, so we're gonna go ahead and squeeze her in here. She may be hard to get real definite distinction in the kids because I think she's about 60 days. I'll try to get her in before this battery dies. And then everyone else is out in the field, so I'll have to go get them. You ready, Cupid? Let's see what we got in here. There's coming in kind of the top of that sack. There. Looks like ribs. Maybe that's hips. Yeah, that was... No, that's a head. You can see the spine and the ribs are to the left. Front legs. Ooh, turned and looking at us. Another one down to the left. Right there. Oh, Cupid. There's that original one. So we know she's got at least 2 that we can see at a time. Hold on, Cupid, hold on. I think that's a 3rd in the upper left. Let's see, which direction do we need to go? Two. Trying to figure out if that's a 3rd there at the top, or if that's probably part of that first one we saw. Pretty sure I've seen 3. One more gel. And let's try a little bit lower here. So I think there's 1, 2, and I think a 3rd over here. There it is, legs at least. Legs and hips. So she has at least 3. I think we've seen 3 to 4. And 4 would not surprise me at all, as her mom is Sangria and she always has at least, well, she's always had 4 for me. I think this year she had 3. So, a little bit harder to see. Maybe if we back out a little bit here. 1 bouncing around in the bottom right. Another one, top middle. Another one, top left. So, still Cupid has at least triplets. Maybe more, we can't see. But we'll plan on at least 3 for her. She did have triplets last year. That's Spree, Ghost, and she had a tiny one that only lived about maybe 10 minutes. Next is Mellow. She looked like I thought she was bred last time. She wasn't very far along. I think she is about, what did I say, 41 days? Mellow. Yeah, I have Mellow written down as 41 days. So, get some gel. Let's see if we can see anything. kind of looks like sacks, but I don't really see much in them to be 41 days. Because Margo is 41 days. And I thought I saw more in hers. Maybe not. That looks like maybe there could be 2. So I'm thinking she was bred a little later than I thought. And I think, I'll try to check one more angle, but I think we'll probably just say 2 with a question mark. I would expect at 41 days to see more than what I'm seeing. So, from when I saw her, I have to look and see. I don't know if I saw her bred or if she just had muck butt. She could have short cycled about 5 days later and been not quite as far along as I expected. Alright, so let's see. Treble I have as 53 days. Mellow got animal crackers and now she wants to be my BFF, even though she never comes to me ever. She runs away from me and makes me chase her. Alright, Treble, let's see what we can see. Oh, gangster lean. Please stop leaning on me and stand up on your own. Well, I know she's bred. Looks like maybe 1, 2. If she would stand up, it would be easier. She only had a single doeling last year. Where did it go? Maybe just a single up there. But I think there's 2. I think there's one up here and one down here. I don't think they're the same one. I'm gonna sit here a second and look. Yeah, I think there's 2. More jowl and try to go a little bit further forward. Hi, Bonnie. Definitely not easy to see on her. She's a big-bodied doe. I'm just trying to figure out, I see movement here. I'm trying to see if this up here is the same kid or separate. I know she's got at least one. I really do think that there's two, but I can't seem to get them both moving at the same time to tell if they're different. Come on, babies, move. See, that's, I think, a head moving there. I'm not 100% sure. Definitely one bouncing around there. And I thought I saw one in the sack above it. But I can't get them both at the same time. Right up there. I really think there's two. I think there's one here and one here. Even if there's only one, I'm good with that. Oh, see, that looks like a head. But I can't tell if it's one kid this way I really do think it's two. I'm gonna go with Treble has two, and you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's okay. Next is Foxy. I believe she's about 44 days. I didn't look to see how many I thought she had last time. We said 2+. She wasn't very far along. See if we can get a better count this time. Kara, I think you're kind of wide to fit through that kid door. So that looks like 2 sacks. But there, let's see. There's one. Top for sure. Like I'm sure I've probably told you guys before, Foxy's only ever had twins and then a single this last year for us. Looks like there might be one down at the bottom. I don't know if I can point to it without losing it on the screen. It looked like there was one here and one here. Got a very good there. I know there's one up top. I think there's one down below, but I can't seem to get that one. So there's the top one. Can't seem to get that bottom one to come very clear. So one for sure. I think there's a second there, but I have a very distinct shape. Hold on, Foxy. Let's see. That top one. I don't know, maybe she'll have one again this year. I see one for sure. I think there's possibly a second one hiding in there. Now I have Latte, who I believe is about 40 days. We weren't 100% sure last time whether she was bred. I have a yes with a question mark. I would say that she's bred. How many is going to be the question. Oh, we might end up with a cat fight here. Fuki's coming to see me, but her brother Ricardo is up in the little cat house, and if he sees her, he's a jerk to her. 1, 2. I'd like to say that there's 2 or 3. Looks like here. Maybe up here and over here. Oh, it's really hard to tell. Her sister Margo is standing here watching. I'll have to go back and watch your video, Margo. I think you guys are due about the same time. See how close they look gestational wise. I see one here. Looks like one up in here. Pretty grainy when we zoom in that far. Could be one here. Could be 1, 2, 3, maybe a fourth, who knows. Let's back out here a little bit. That there looks like there could be 4. Don't know that they're all individual sacs though. Looks like one here. So I'm gonna say 2+, but it's looking like there could be up to 4. Right, Sangria is next. She is, I believe, about 58 days. We thought we saw maybe 3+ on her last ultrasound. She's one big-bodied and hard to see. Let's see what we can find. There's one in the bottom left, top left. Can't tell if that's another one in the top right. There's one moving. Kind of looks like with her back kind of to us. You don't see the spine at the bottom of it. Make this any easier for me to see, Sangria? Oh, I still have one. Looks like one above it in the very top left. And then I think there's one up in the top right. Oh. Yeah. So I believe, oh, is that 1 or 2? So there's one here, here, and here. I don't think that's all one. But I can't. There's 2 on the left. I see movement on the right, but I can't tell if it's part of the same kid. See, that looks like one on the top and one on the bottom. So there's two. The top one has its head to the left, the bottom one has its head to the right. So it's definitely two, not three there. Let's do a little bit of looking and see if we can find a third. It's the same two. More gel. I think she might be far enough along that we're not going to be able to see any more than that if they're there. Again, there's two. I think there's one, two. I don't know if maybe there's another one here. Pretty sure this is bladder. A definite two on the right. I think that's legs down here on the bottom left. Just kind of waiting to see if we had some movement, if it's bouncing around in there. That would be our third that we thought we saw before. There it was moving. Now, is that a different kid? I think this is back legs. And there's one up here, and then I think this is the third one. So I'm going to stick with 3 for Sangria. I know for sure we can get 2 in the picture at the same time. And I think there's one more there, but that's what I'm going with. Right, last one for today is Classy. Now, last time I had a big window of when I thought she was due, and we narrowed that down. I have 76 days But I do believe she is less than that. That was towards our higher end. So, let's see what she looks like. I'm thinking she's more like 50 to 60 days. We just saw Sangria. She was 58. So, let's see. Looks like a head there in the middle. I hope she's got more than one. She's wide enough to have one big single, but she might be 76 days, because that looks like a large kid. Let's get up here further. Whoa, classy. Hard to see because there's a lot of these, they look like circles. Those are cotyledons, part of the placenta, and we're seeing a lot of those. So, really classy. They were trying to watch, and with as many cotyledons as I see kind of blocking the view, might be a second one pushed back behind this one. I see movement up here. There's one. There's some movement up in the top, and that may just be very small part of the bubble of another one. I'm gonna say I think she is probably about that 76 days. I have her marked down for the soonest possible due date. That way I know to keep an eye on her, you know, a week or two before that. Just to make sure we don't miss anything. I'm going to say 1, maybe 2. Oh, that was all of our ultrasounds for the day. Some of the ladies went back out to the field, some are hanging out here. Hi, Remy. I guess that means that I have to go in the house and work on dishes. Yuck. Oh, not my favorite. Scared you, huh, Kit Kat? Hi. You're too close. Hi, boys. That's it, guys. Have a good day. See ya on the next one.